Good morning, friends. Today, out in the shop, I've had requests to do more of these carving in the round. So what I do is I start out with just a chunk of round kind of log from a branch. I have sycamore here. This is a piece of sycamore. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the process how I go ahead. Normally, what I'll do, I'll draw on the top. Just to give me an idea of where to put the houses and trees and what have you. So I think that's where I'm going to put the building. It's going to be right here. I'm going to draw the roof peak. I have it coming out a little bit further because I want to have a little bit of a porch overhang. I want to put a chimney right here. I think I want to put a pine tree right over here. And then I believe we'll have some stairs coming up to the front right here with a pine tree right over here as well. So that's kind of where I'm starting. And the reason I need these things here, especially this pine tree here and here, I think maybe let's put another pine tree here because I do like things in threes. A little bit weird that way. I'm going to put another pine tree right over here. And I need to know this right now because I'm going to be taking away down to about here. And you'll see what I mean by that. This is going to come down this far, and I'm removing everything. And I need to know where these are going to be so I don't take away wood where the pine tree is going to be. Obviously, once you take it away, you can't put it back. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I cut this and what the tool is that I use. So be right back. So the tool I'm using, and this can be done with your Dremel with this attachment on it, or it can be done like I'm doing right now with this with my Fordham. So it's what I'm going to use today to kind of cut out our design, what we have here, so you can see, and I'll remove the pieces that don't need to be here. So let's get started with that. And typically you do have to go in little sections. It just takes a little longer. I also cut, like back here I cut right on the line, but for the rest of it I'm going to cut a little bit wide on all of these lines just so that I have room to come in and I don't make it too small. As with anything, make sure you let your tool do the work. Don't push too hard. You can stall out the tool. Just let the tool do the work on the wood. As you can see, this is probably the best that I can do at the moment with that specific bit on there. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to a different bit that I've got, and I'll show you that here in a second so that we can get down in here. Actually, no, I take that back. I am going to, I forgot about the steps. So the steps are going to come up right about here. We want them to come around. They're going to go underneath this tree. And you'll see what I mean by that. So the steps will be here, and we're going to come around this way for the stairs. We'll come around, and this is going to end up going all the way around the back, but I'll stop there for now. You'll see what I'll do with that in a moment. Now let's go ahead and get the stairs ready. So look at there. Here's where our steps are going to come down. We're going to come around, and you'll see I'm going to undercut this tree There's going to be like some stones and stuff in here. So let me go ahead and get that all set up, and we'll get moving on that. Be right back. So here's the bit that I'm using on this for this little bit of detail. This I'll put links to these bits down below somewhere in the description for you guys. I know people have been asking about that. I didn't do it before, but I went ahead and added it back to all the other videos I've got, just so that you can see what I'm using, so that if you want to try with these exact bits, you've got it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start trying to get a little more detail into here. This isn't for high detail. This is still for hogging out a whole lot of wood really quickly. But I'm going to go ahead and try to get this shaped a little better so it's closer to what we want it to look like. So here we go. So we're really getting there now. We can see we've got the slope where the stairs are going to go in. That's going to be coming right down here. These will come up, and then there'll be a pathway that goes to the front door, which is here behind behind this pine tree. And we still have to make the slope on the roof of the house, so we'll go ahead and get that going next. I haven't been around back yet, but we'll get there. I want to get more of this front done, more of this part done. So let me go ahead and redraw in the roof line, and then this will be the porch line, and then this will be the chimney for our fireplace. So I'm going to go ahead and rough that fireplace in first, and then I'll go around and get start doing the roof. I will say that if you're not comfortable with or not used to this aggressive of a bit, because this thing is very aggressive, you could take off a lot of wood and not pay attention to what you're doing there, and you can just take off more than you want. So if you're not comfortable with that, get a less aggressive bit to put in there, and I'll show you. Might as well just show you that right now. And you can see why I'm saying that. I did take a little bit more into the roof than I really wanted, but again, it's not a problem. So this little guy, it comes in the assorted Carbide burrs that I have a link down below on. Now, this is like $17 for a pack of maybe 10 or 12 of these things. So they're not expensive at all, and they're fantastic. I typically will buy 2 of these when I get them, so that I have an extra set on hand just in case. What's really nice with this little bit right here is at the very tip of it, it also has cutting blades on it, or cutting surface on this end. So there you go. The stairs are in, chimney's done. I'm going to go ahead and get this roof line done right now. So I'm sure you can see the burn marks on here. That just means that burr bit is getting dull, so I am going to need to replace that. I've had that for quite some time. So they last a very long time. As long as you take care of them, I run it through my brass brush every once in a while to clean out all the stuff, and it'll last pretty long time. We're getting closer to something that looks like a house. So here's my next bit. It is this is a Carbide. It comes in a kit, just like the round one did. So this thing, it's kind of the middle of the road So now a little bit more detail stuff. So I have this guy done. I'm not going to do these two yet because I'm not quite sure if I want to keep the height that I have them right now. I believe this one's going to stay. I want this one as tall. It's the taller of all of them. But I might want to make this smaller. I may even want to turn that into a bush. Not sure yet. We'll see. So let me go ahead and I'm going to change bits again and be right back. I went ahead and ran this bit through my brass brush. You can see it's kind of getting a little clogged up here, but we'll see if that did any good before I'm a little cheap when it comes to my tools. If I can get it to last longer, nobody likes to spend extra money if they don't have to. Pretty much everybody's kind of the same, at least I think they are. I got the front of the house kind of cut out some more down in here. Cleaned up the steps a little more. I'm going to put another step up at the top here. Let's do a couple shingles. So all I've done here is put in I just followed my pencil lines. You don't need to have those pencil lines if you don't want, if you feel comfortable doing that. But so really all I've done is just gone through and I've kind of undercut just a little bit the one above. So they're stair stepping now. So now I'm going to get that high detailed blade that I told you about, the one that's really pointed. And we're going to go ahead and use this to put the shingle lines in. Now if you want, you could go ahead and draw those lines in there. All I remember is I just try to make myself think of how actual shingles are on your house. And so I'll start, doesn't matter where you start really, I'll start in the middle and I'll put a line and I'll make what I think looks like a good width for a shingle. Next row I'll just go in between. You'll notice I'm doing a little more undercutting. I want to make these shingles look individual. I'm not sure, it might be difficult to see or to tell, but I am undercutting these and I am making I'm making a deeper than normal line underneath these just so that you can see that shadow. I want to be able to see that. Now I may put some stain on here so that'll pop out even more later, but all right, guys, so here's what I've done. We can take a look here. We can see that I've gotten shingles right up on the back here. On the front, I have the overhang, the start of some trees. We've got quite a bit going on this one. I hope you give one of these things a try, and carving in the round is kind of how I like to call it, and I really do hope you guys try it. I've enjoyed doing it. I hope you did as well. Thank you again for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like, but thank you so much. I do appreciate everybody that's commented and liked my projects thus far. I will keep going as long as I can. Thank you.